boars, etc., etc.
Oh,
Anyway, we are
definitely,
now finally
definitely.
in the game here, and
Yeah, Mongols is VH. I'm happy to see that. And Viking is gonna be Miguel. So I would be very, very surprised if we don't see here a sling from Miguel to VH. I'm gonna call it already at 30 seconds game time. Let's see if I'm gonna
and
be too wrong
interestingly
about
enough,
that.
by the way that it looks like they're moving, it's going to be Jimjak who's going to be next to FH. Those are the two Mongol players. You can see the lumber camp already up for Jimjak, who is going to have. I think he'll find this deer patch with the sheep just to the south of his lumber camp, which is quite nice for him. FH, where are your deer?
Yeah, I
I
kind of
guess
worry about the spot VH just took.
it's.
There
I
are
think Miguel or Risque here in the red is gonna probably end up taking that deer, and I think that's really supposed to be FH's. It looks like. Am I missing a deer patch here?
No, I
don't think
totally agree
so.
with you. Looking at the spots, looks to me like there's one unclaimed spot at the very left side of the map. You see that? There's
Yeah,
deer there.
yeah.
There's looks like there's one unclaimed spot right there, and yeah, looks like Miguel didn't go to his spot. I mean, it will probably end up VH and Zimziak probably fighting for those
Yeah.
boards over there.
And well, I guess it depends. I mean, let's see. Let's take a quick look at FH's fog of war here. He may very well send the sheep right into the middle of. Oh, he turned. Oh, I don't know if he's going to end up finding that deer patch. You can see he's
No,
turning
he
that sheep
will.
around.
I think he just found the stragglers, and you know when there are stragglers,
Yeah,
most of the
that's
time
true.
he'll find. Yeah, he just found these stragglers. I'm pretty sure he's gonna go back and search a little bit more. But then again, Zimziak already almost finding his boar, so I think he just missed it. He has a sheep scouting over there, but no, yeah, he's going in the right direction. So they will both know where those resources are. I think this will be a very interesting matchup over there at the south side of the map.
Yeah, this will be interesting. Neither player really has that many sheep, but you can see that their teammates are all sending them sheep. You can see these sheep coming in from Remy from the PL team, and we've already seen a couple from Miguel going on to FH to help him out. So FH, has he seen this now yet? He knows it's nearby. He still hasn't quite found it. Meanwhile, Jimjak's already getting his town center up.
And
Right
what
by his
about
lumber camp
VH?
in the middle
Yeah,
of those
VH already has
forests.
the resources. Yeah, he will do it straight away. There he goes. But then again, comment, we have Miguel on the pocket position as Vikings. I mean, could it be even more obvious that he's gonna sling VH? Could it be? Could it be even more obvious? I sure hope we're gonna see a sling here.
Yep, so FH going to put up this town center right next to his lumber camp as well, also on this stone. Obviously, he'll be eventually needing that stone for castles later on, so it's a decent spot for him. And we'll see if Miguel here, you know, kind of lets FH take these. There's 4 boar plus that deer patch there. Or if, well, I mean, either way, FH is eventually going to, I would assume, try to contest this deer patch.
Yeah,
he
I
doesn't
would
necessarily know
think so,
Jimjak's
too.
there yet, but you know he can see it now.
Yeah, he just missed the boards, but probably he's gonna find them right now. Yeah, there he goes. He's going straight to the right direction. Oh, I just stopped. But I'm sure he's gonna go, and he will find those boards. And yeah, I'll be interested to see because to be honest, they seem to be a little bit closer to Zinziak, but VH can certainly put a mill somewhere in there and just lure the boards to his mill. So it's not like they're terribly far away for him.
And you know, there's actually a deer patch between Chris and Jack, who are the 2 flags on the opposite side. So I mean, someone else has also messed up their spot here. I'm trying to figure out who exactly it is. It looks like actually it's Kaimu and Jack who are too close together, sharing this one deer patch to the
would
north
say
of
Remy,
Kaimu
maybe
here. Right?
Remy and Teal are also very close to each other, right?
Well, I think Remy definitely has the one to the right, right? I mean, that's only one. That's the next one after the Jimjack VH deer patch.
yeah, so that's gonna be a spot. Yeah, I agree.
And then I think Kaimu here has Vikings in the pocket, and then the Huns player Jack here are gonna have to share that food there, and it may be well, no, it's way too far for Chris to really even take either. But Chris obviously is doing quite well here with 3 boards quite close to his town center. Tons of sheep and those deer.
Yeah, looking at his population, he's already on 10 population. Now, what's happening to Dogong? He's only on 3 population.
Yeah, I mean, that's the difference playing Huns. I mean, even though he's still behind the Huns player of the PL team. As you can see, kind of these flares going from L Clan to try to show where they're going to try to team wall.
They're going to wall, yeah.
Almost losing a villager there, FH. Oh, he's going to let this boar run back. Is this going to catch up? Just gets it in time. Wow, that could have been costly for him.
So bad, yeah. So probably he's not gonna fight for those resources. What do you think? If he's actually taking those board in there?
Well, I think they may split those boar, right?
Miguel has 3 boards of his own.
Oh, I didn't see those over there. He does. We'll see about the deer, but I think it's plenty safe for Miguel to let him take those forward. He can take the 3 that are, much easier for him to take.
Yeah, looks like Zimziak already sending his villagers to those deer, so if VH doesn't go there fast... Well, he's sending a villager in that direction. I'm wondering what exactly is he trying to do with that.
The deer he's killed is not quite in his fog of war, so he doesn't know for certain that someone's there.
Okay, so what exactly? He's probably waiting until he has... yeah, he's sending all his villagers to there. So looks like we're gonna have some sort of villager fight, and none... well, VH does have a loom, and Zimziak doesn't have loom just yet.
Does Zimziak know that VH is over there? He does. He does see the lumber camp, so he's got to know that VH does not know that VH doesn't necessarily have a deer patch unless Miguel, cedes that one to him. But I think he can expect there's a chance that someone will be coming to contest this deer patch with him. Oh, he's actually going for the boar. I think no, that'll be quite the boar lure.
No, okay,
but he's just going to go hunt that deer right next to him.
What's he going to do now? He sees a meal there from Zimziak, and Zimziak straight goes to him with the villagers. He's going to
start fighting, yeah, and just backing off immediately is VH. He's just going to try and maybe lame some of these, kill them as quickly as he can, and get out. Obviously going to take quite a while for villagers to actually kill another villager.
Looks like Zimziak's going to try to wall. He's going to try to wall there. Is he sending a villager? But no, he needs to go back. There's a villager from VH.
And there's more villagers coming from Zimziak here. Oh man, he could actually wall out these 3 villagers. It would be tough. It's a lot of walling to do, as VH is now sending those 2 villagers back to help. He's got a 3rd that's kind of idle at the moment.
Bad thing for VH here is that VH is not collecting anything, right? I mean, Remy is fighting, but he still has 4 villagers, or even 5 villagers collecting those deers. While VH... he's gonna try to lame those boars.
Oh, he's gonna do it, yeah. He's walling in this villager, and he's gonna try to lame... Oh, man, this is so annoying.
Looks like at least 2 of them are gonna be lamed. At least 2 of them, I think.
And I think a 3rd one can roam back close enough for him to pull this off. The wall is pretty much up at this point, and VH is gonna probably wall behind him.
Okay.
Yeah, this is...
what do you think? Who do you think is getting the better trade out of this? Because is Zimziak gonna have any boars? Well, he will have 2, possibly.
He'll have... Yeah, this is... I don't know if... Is that one close enough that he could still gather from it? I mean, with the walls there, it's tough to get villagers on it, but I think... The second one, he may even gather from, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure he's gonna get 3rd, is he?
He probably should start luring, I don't know, because VH actually was able to lame all of those deer. Maybe he should start collecting, luring the boar straight away to the mill to make sure he can get the best out of them.
He needs to at least get the last 2. That would be nice. He's got so many villagers there that the laming of the deer I don't think hurt him that much, other than, that they were far from the mill. As he is gonna... I'm surprised he took this board. To me, you should take the board that was close to where VH is laming.
Yeah, I agree with you. He can see on the fog of war that the boars are dying over there, so he surely knows what's going on in there. There's a villager from VH doing all of that. So yeah, I would actually choose to go to the one which was a little bit further away, because that's gonna be VH's next target for sure.
Yeah, if he's lucky, that board just will stay just out of range of VH there.
Looks like it's lagging a little.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit too. Is VH actually deleting the wall? Maybe gonna try to move closer.
Yeah, I know he's gonna try to lane this board. That's why I do wonder why did Zimziak didn't go for that one first. I thought that would be his option. I will go back into the game room just to make sure no one has dropped or anything. Nope, everyone's still inside. So we're good. We're
In
good,
the meantime,
guys.
Miguel has actually just let VH take his deer here. Content with the boars to get him by here. Yep, and VH, yeah, slowly in this lag here, moving closer, and he will be able to lay this boar. As yeah, it just seems like a mistake here for Jim Jack. I'm surprised he's just allowing this to happen.
Yeah, I agree with you. In the meanwhile, VH is actually taking those deer that are actually close to Miguel, but Miguel also find deer himself. He's taking the deer which we thought would have been his, right?
Yes, he did. Okay, good
right
job by
back
him.
there. And so looks like all of the players on the L Clan team are gonna have enough resources.
Yep. Oh, I didn't see this. Chris, I assume this was Chris that lamed these deer, right in between him and Jack. But really, I don't think Jack was ever going for them.
Yeah, he's so far away from those deer, right? He's probably not even. He's not seen them probably even, and he's actually doing a mill on a pack of deer which are very close to himself.
Yeah.
Which then again probably should belong to Teal.
Yeah, I think so. I think that there should have been teals, and Jack was supposed to build a little bit more to the north.
And that's what I wanted to see. Chris seems to be collecting stone. He's on stone, so we do know what that means. Most certainly, there's gonna be plumbed archers for him, and yeah, he's already up. He's already up 20%. Oh my god, on a land nomad, already 20%. That's like insanely fast, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. Jim Jack is also just now clicked up. Look at.
Yeah, VH's only missing a little bit food. He's gonna be able to click very soon.
Actually got an idle TC right now, and I don't think he's got enough to drop and go up. Oh no, he does. Okay, so he's just gonna click up. Yeah, he dropped his deer hunters. Okay.
I'm now on the point of view of Chris, and he doesn't see a purple just yet. He's probably gonna get there very soon with his sheep. He's very close to the lumber camp of player 6, of purple player, but so far he has no idea where he is.
It's a little unfortunate for him because he's going to have a pretty good start and be able to get those plumes out early, and he's actually a little bit further than he expected to be on knowing he's on the flank. You know, he expected to have already seen purple by now as he loses
and this
the
was
sheep.
so unlucky for him right now. I mean, the sheep has just ran into villager, so he didn't see any building, and he doesn't know exactly where purple is. He's gonna know there's something in there, but kind of fortunate for him, he doesn't know where the buildings are for player 6, because one of the villagers for player 6, which was going to wall, just stole that sheep.
Enemy sighted!
Yeah, he's pinging where he lost the sheep, but he doesn't really quite see it. But he's got a decent idea at least of where
he could be, or he could be, yeah. And there you go, Chris, the first one to reach feudal age. Very fast time, man, very fast. Even considering it's Mayans, you start with 4 villagers, so you obviously can go up faster than all the other cities. It's still pretty impressive.
Yeah, and this is very clean feudal age that he's about to have here. Market Blacksmith will be up in time, and he'll have the food to immediately click up. That's pretty good for him. He just got his barracks. Yeah, great, really close to Jim Jack's TC, as Mem mentioned there.
Yeah, the barracks very close to each other indeed. And there you go, Chris already up to castle age, and this is gonna be I don't know what, 20 minutes something castle age time. Really, really strong, and he's obviously gonna have enough stone for a castle. He does have a lot of people gathering stone, and considering he's against Hans, this could be really, really hard. Could mean a very, very hard time for player 6 here for Jack Kane.
Yeah, and I think they would ball this area where this market's being built by Kaimu, but Jack, I think, wants to get that last boar to the north of his mill before that happens, and that's not going to be, that's going to be too late. They need to be like walling this already, I would think.
And especially stonewalling. I mean, those little palisade walls are not going to be much of a fight against plumbed archers. They probably should consider going stonewalling there.
Sling coming in from Kaimu to Jimjak already. So it looks like that's it will be a feudal sling.
And from the Vikings to the Mongols. So let me see if the Brazilians are doing the same. I do see Miguel putting a market down at this point. And a stable too, though.
I think it may be either castle sling. Is this correct? Like in this mod, right? You can't get the whatever you call it to make the tribute less, the taxes.
Coinage,
until Castle Age.
Yeah, it's only available on Castle Age, and not available on Feudal Age as before.
As Mem says that Miguel's actually lost a villager by his barracks. Where is his barracks? Oh, way up here. Yeah, must have been the villager building that. And oh, he's needs to be a little careful here. But now he turns around. Yeah, he's gonna kill that scout. Just getting away though. 3 hit points.
In the meanwhile, Fitch trying to be annoying on the gold of Dimziak with 4 scouts. I think he wasn't able to get any hit, but he's now gonna kill the villager who was there by the house, and there you go, villager down.
For he does have bloodlines too already on his scouts.
Which then again could be dangerous because that's gonna delay him in. Yeah, there you go. Dimziak already on Castle Age. He has 2 stables down, and as we said before, he's gonna get a sling. Gonna get a sling from Teal, from Kimo. So VH clearly needs to start closing himself, make sure he gets safe, because he's gonna be facing a sling.
And here come these. The spearmen have all died now, actually. This is kind of bad for Zimjak. He's now got a knight coming down to help him out, which will finally take care of it, but he lost a bit more than he would have liked there to those scouts, which were kind of, as you can see, sneakily built from these stables in the back by that
extra villagers.
Bill that had lamed those boars from VH.
Yes.
The game already!
But now we finally get chased away.
The game is jumping a little bit for me. Maybe we should press the
I
slow
switched it to the slow
okay,
playback.
I'm gonna do it as well.
I'm at let's see, I'm at 23 minutes right now.
Yeah, okay, a little bit ahead, not too much.
Anyway, Remy getting his castle up as the Mines player. The pocket here. And Fiege is not going to be able to really do much to stop that.
Yeah, and very best thing here for the L-Clan team. Yeah, Miguel was trying to complete those walls. He didn't do it on time, and then now there are knights. Knight from Dimziak. He's getting slinked. He has a +1 attack upgrade already.
Yeah, he went aggressive to kill the villagers faster first, rather than keep himself alive. Though he does have villagers, as mentioned. Where's Chris? Okay, he's got 6 plumes. Just fletching for now, but he's going to start heading out towards Jack's base. We'll keep an eye on that.
VH is going to track the stone wall, but those walls...
Quite the wall from VH here, but it's not closed, and he's going to lose the villager. Oh, man.
Obviously not complete them, not going to complete them.
Going to lose a second one. He's going to lose a couple more here. It doesn't look like it is a sling. It looks like it's just knights from Miguel here. A little surprising, perhaps.
I also wonder why a market. Why exactly a market for VH?
It's interesting. He's done. Is he making any knights from the back? I think so. Take a look. Zimjak just continuing to raid. Nothing coming in from those VH stables at the moment. Forcing a garrison from Miguel there. And picking off another villager from VH. A bit sloppy here.
Oh my god,
but these are
so many.
No armor knights. As they continue to wreak havoc, though.
Anyway, switching to the other side, looks like Jack K could be in a whole lot of trouble here.
Yeah, this is bad. I'm surprised he didn't stonewall. I don't understand why he wouldn't have stonewalled here.
And let alone the opening there between teal and purple. There's also an opening there where villagers, where army can just walk in without any trouble. He's gonna try the stonewall, at least, but Chris is not gonna let him do that, I think. So there he is. And he's not putting stone walls, he was just only trying to put palisade walls. Also a little bit of a...
Yeah, they'll be in shortly, and He's gonna have to move all his woodcutters and his gold miners here.
Yeah, he's probably out of stone because he actually made a TC already.
Yeah, he's trying to get stone for another town center, but in the meantime... Oh man, Jimjack just continues to get these knights into those walls of VH. So annoying. But now it looks like a monastery up for Miguel to start trying to convert some of those knights. Coming in onto the wood camp here. Chris with those plumed archers. And it's... Ooh, a good number of cav archers actually already out for Jack to try to fight against this, and he does have the Bodkin arrow upgrade, no armor or bloodlines yet, but he very well, if he handles this correctly, he should be okay. One cav archer is down, but he's going to pick off, well, no, not going to pick off a plume.
Yeah, not a single
now nope. There's a 2 hit point one in there, but for now, Chris will back away.
Looks like Chris was able to take 2 villagers there, maybe 3 even. And checking the populations, Chris is so much ahead. So I'm gonna assume the booming is going a lot better for Chris right here. Which again is not surprising at all, considering how much faster he was on Castle Age.
Some 20 pop ahead, and it looks like... Is he... I wonder if... Is he getting a sling from Dog? Dog out looks like he's just 4 TC booming, actually, here. I think Chris just had a really great start. Obviously, he's got those cheap units that don't cost food, the plumes to pump out, boost his pop. But yeah, he's 15 pop ahead of Remy here, who does have his own plumes out, moving maybe towards Dog Ow's base, though he's pretty well fortified at the moment.
I kind of fear for Miguel here. Fiat is already stonewalled, but he's not going to be much help in the next few minutes
get this
of the
monk
game.
Before it gets to the Team CS, but not this other one, I think. Yeah, the other one stays
User
alive.
disconnected from your channel.
Yeah, the problem is so many knights for Zimziak right there. He has 4 at the back. He has like at least 6 or 7 still coming in because those walls haven't been finished from player 2, from red player. And once he actually gets a few nice upgrades on those knights, a +2 armor, this could mean trouble for Miguel. Even though if
User joined your channel.
you know, he's pretty much alone because Fiat is just next to him, but doesn't have any army, of course.
Jack did get those stone walls up there.
Comment, can you try turning your game sound down a little bit, please?
Oh, yeah,
It
sure.
sounds quite high compared to you talking, that's all. It's fine. Thank you, sir.
So Jack did finally get those
User
stone walls up
disconnected
behind
from your
that
channel.
palisade, and well, he's patrolling on this hill at the moment.
Yeah, I'm now gonna go to Fiat's point of view because on the market, was he actually slinging or he was just no sling whatsoever on the El Clan team? So Fiat was just that late because he obviously got heavily damaged by those knights of Zinziak.
And Jimjack maybe just now seeing where all the buildings were for VH, and he's actually getting a little bit harassed, but he does get that town center up, and he'll be okay as he chases out those spare knights. Where is Jimjack gonna go, though? I'm surprised he hasn't invested more in you know, like the cavalry armor and such, the upgrades for his knights.
Yeah, Miguel is having very hard trouble here because then again he's also versus 2. There are plumbed archers +2 from Remy running all around his TCs as well. And Fiat obviously cannot help, and as I just mentioned before, Dogon seems to be just booming. He now has a few knights which are coming in that direction. +1 though, not +2.
Is he gonna go for this? I'm surprised he's going for this town center without armor upgrade. But you know, he's got enough to do it. And there's not that many villagers in this town center for Miguel. I mean, Miguel's the one who's the only one who's really not fortified here. And he's taking the brunt of the damage. He's got these 4 monks kind of out in the open. I'd be shocked if he went for them. Yeah, with the plumes there, I don't see how he could possibly think of a good idea. He's got to lose his town center.
Those villagers are not going to be alive forever too. Those villagers are going to go down for sure. I mean, that TC doesn't have the attack upgrade either, so I think those knights can take it just down easily, no problem.
And it's rough here for Miguel. He's just kind of left to his own devices against the a slung Jimjack and the plumes of Remy. Oh no, here comes Dogao finally with some knights, but it's too late. The town center's down, the villagers are dead, the damage has been done.
Yeah, right now the Alkaline team have 2 handicapped players. VH and Miguel are so behind now. I think it's up to Chris, which is now on 104 population, to kind of hold that upper side of the map and maybe allow Dogon to concentrate himself fully on the south.
Trying to get the walls up, VH, and Jim Jack's gonna stop it again. Oh man.
Oh my god, that's so unlucky. That's just so unlucky for them.
Look at this castle, by the way, right on the hill for Jim Jack, on that large gold pile that VH could have been using. Does VH even have another gold pile? I don't see him mining any gold right now.
Yeah, doesn't look too good for him, right? Looking at Jim Jack resources, he's not gonna be too far away from Imperial. He's gonna click in a few seconds, and when that actually happens, it will be hard even for Dogon to kind of stop Jim Jack alone.
Yeah, Dogon does have the +2 armor upgrade. He certainly can win this fight. Jim Jack shouldn't take it. I certainly don't expect him to. Remy is up to Imperial Age, Mem says. He's
coming with a few plums. Strong. Maybe with a plums in there, he can take the fight because Dogon is not bringing all his army.
Oh, he's gonna turn around. Dogon's gonna back away. He does lose 2 knights there, though.
He goes back just at the right moment, so all good for him.
By the way, I should point out, Jack's doing actually a pretty good job against Chris, all things considered. He obviously, his Hansen was way behind him, but he's, now trying to harass him a bit. He's going to be obviously behind him going up, but he also managed to pick off a bunch of plumes when on reinforcements. But we're going to have to come back to that, because here's an engagement. It's Dogon coming in onto these plumed archers of Remy, and out of position is Jim Jack. Remy's going to have to back away. He doesn't actually have any armor upgrades on his plumes. Turning around to fight on top of this hill, Jim Jack, who, as mentioned, he's actually quite out-upgraded now as a +1 attack also for Dogon, in addition to the armor advantage, and Remy just backs away.
Is he gonna be able to close the wall now? If he actually is, that could be bad for Remy.
No, Remy takes out the villager, and now he's gonna bounce out. But Jim Jack, well, obviously it's easier to keep knights alive against knights than plumes, which are slower. But Remy can actually turn around and start firing here, I would think. Jack trying to harass Dogon in the meanwhile. It actually looks like he got 3 villagers on the gold before Dogon could react, as he was obviously busy with his knights. And this is now walled. I think this is finally walled. This little gap they've been trying to work on for so long. But meanwhile, Jim Jack switched gears. He's got Mangadai and Rams pushing right down the throat of VH.
Yeah, he's not going to go easy on him. He's not going to go easy on him. He's almost Imperial, 90%, almost 99% maybe. He has Rams, he has Elite, sorry, not Elite Mangadai. Obviously, he has Mangadai and 2 castles already. Yeah, there you go, 2 castles, and who can stop
Jack has got a lot of cavalry archers, by the way. He's going to try to sandwich in Chris here and fight these plumes. He's got almost complete upgrades, but now Dogon's going to come to try to save the day, and I think he'll be able to. But pretty good job by Jack here, all things considered. Well, maybe, I don't know, did he finally get some sling from Kaimu? I know it was going to Jim Jack earlier. Maybe they
he lost so many there, Jack K. He lost so many when just turning around to those knights and the plums fire. He clearly needs to go back now.
Trying to take this hill, but yeah, as you mentioned, he needs to get out of there.
Looks like somehow VH was able to kill that ram from Zimziak, so he's safe for now. Let's see for how much longer. He now has capped rams. Zimziak's on capped rams right now, and no trebuchet it seems. But still, who do you reckon could stop Zimziak at this point? He's gonna have Elite Mango Dice anytime soon.
It's tough. Dogon is in Imperial Age, and
he's
he will
busy
be
on the upper
pumping
side.
all sorts of knights. He's made. It should be said, Dogon has an incredibly strong economy right now. Look at his population, and Chris probably can be about the same. So I actually think El Clan will be okay. As much damage as VH and Miguel have taken, I think Dogon and Chris are both stronger than any player on the PL team at the moment. And, for all intents and purposes, Kaimu's still feudal slinging. He's pretty weak, obviously, at this point, and the amount that he's going to be slinging is not really as significant compared to the economies of Dogon and Chris, who now has all these Cavaliers. Let's see where he goes with them.
Does the game keep jumping for you as well?
Yeah, I like keep having to hit slow playback. It's actually
Yeah, I'm
quite
doing the same
annoying.
now. Anyway, nice castle there from Team Ziak, just on the hill. It's probably gonna assure him that goal. Dogon coming in with a lot of cavaliers. He's now fighting Remy. He's under that castle, and Team Ziak not elite just yet, but he does have a +4. So I don't know if Dogon should stay in there under that heavy castle fire.
He is possibly going to be able to deny this castle over here by Remy if he can run it and find it. This could be quite
be a big
annoying for Remy. Oh, he's going to run right into it.
That's going to be a big blow for him. That's going to be a big blow for Remy right here.
Running around to the outside, and now he's going to be able to easily cancel this castle with just a couple of these knights. It's actually smart by him. He didn't stop the whole group. He just left only what he needed. Actually, no, he didn't.
He was a little bit too ambitious on that one, yeah. A little bit too ambitious
and
there.
I think
he
also is he going to see these stone miners too? There's so much he could do, but I think he's just trying to find these plumes and catch them out. Oh, and he is going to be able to, I think, trying to get on top of this hill and get some hits in on these plumes. He's now almost completely surrounded them. Surprised Remy hasn't immediately started running away. Now he is moving.
He needs to go back. Yeah. He really needs to go back there.
Oh, it's so difficult for him. Meanwhile, coming in with all his Magadai and Rams here is Jimjack, who's broken through the walls of VH. Oh, there's so much going on here, as Dogao also is attacking the town center here of Jack. He's got the Paladin upgrade as oh my. There's Chris in tow behind with all these plumes coming in to help fight the plumes of Remy. That's a tough spot for PL as long as Chris moves up, and I'm sure he will momentarily. Some of these Rams getting killed by these Paladins, and he does actually have a trap finally, does Jimjack, so he will be able to take out this castle, presumably.
Yeah, he's inside already. Dogon already playing really awesome on this. He's fighting on the north, he's fighting on the south now. Let's see how much he can actually do on the south against those unbelievably powerful Mangudai with +4 already. And he's just on a perfect spot, isn't he? Just between the walls.
Oh, man, that's so, yeah, and they see that. L-Clan realizes that, and VH deletes some of the walls to help him surround those Mangudai. But he's gonna lose this castle on the next trap fire, I believe. Yeah, he is. And that's trouble. I mean, it's tough to be fighting Magadai when you don't have Magadai yourself, so that's certainly an advantage that the Polish team does have here going for them.
User in your channel was kicked from the server.
That's still a bit annoying and hitchy.
Yeah, indeed. I'm looking right now at the north side of the map. I wanted to say the Hans definitely needs to switch into Paladins, and that's what he's doing. He's still on Castle Age, but I see 5 stables. Is he open? Is he opening there? Please tell me he's not open.
I don't see an opening. Yeah, it looks like he's
no. Okay, good for him. Good for him. And he will be switching into Paladins. That's what I would expect him to.
And it looks like Eagles for Chris here, although he's quite far from the upgrades he needs. But it looks like he's going to try to make that transition as well. And, oh, actually, Dogao's got a good number of Paladins to fight Jimjack over here at the moment. And this is quite the close match here.
User joined your channel.
Very, very close. The L-Clan team just took the score lead for a small second, and now back to the Polish team.
User in your channel was
but
kicked from the
looking
server.
at this objectively, I don't see a chance for Purple here at this moment. He will be facing 2 guys. Oh, Remy doesn't seem to have enough army at this point. He's also only on plumbed archers, and Dogon with those paladins in there, I don't know, looks like a tough spot for me for the Polish team at this point.
Yeah, they just haven't done the damage that it seems that Chris is about to do to Jack here and on the right side. Well, it is Siege Rams now in tow for Jimjack, but there's so many paladins. So many paladins. There's no way he can fight this without. I mean, just halbs from Remy, but obviously Remy's quite busy trying to keep his teammates alive on the right side, and this is tough for him.
Dogon doesn't feel confident enough to face those Mangudais.
Yeah, and a little bit of a choke there. He doesn't want to quite do that.
In the meanwhile, looks like Dogon got in with 1 paladin, only 1 though. So it looks like he's gonna be fine for now, Purple player.
And is Jack gonna find his way back into this game? He is Imperial Age, right? And he he's got a good number of resources stockpiled up, so he could get a decent amount of paladins himself if he can keep himself,
User
you know,
joined your channel.
alive here, going here for a little bit longer. Where
What do you
is
think
Jim
about the
Jack?
option from Chris to actually go Eagle Warriors? I would have thought he would stay on plums because obviously Dogon is there with paladins. Yeah, and looking at the numbers, looks like Remy is now actually outnumbering Chris on those Plum Archer army.
You know, I saw him make the Eagles. He made like 5, but maybe he's not actually doing this. Is he doing that? I don't see any Eagles at the moment.
But Purple needs to be so careful with where he's chopping. It's 12 wood left there on that forest. Well, Chris is actually doing him a favor by killing that villager. Because that could be really, really bad for... I think Chris now realizes what he just did there. He actually made his life even more hard.
Yeah, that he could have been so clutch if he could have got in through this 8 wood tree. Oh, look, he's sending villagers. He's gonna chop it himself. Although he's sending rams anyway, so he would have gotten in here.
Is he? Oh my god, yes he is. Well, there you go. This guy's thinking so much ahead. Oh, but Purple is opening the gate, and there you go. Chris is inside.
Oh, no,
Chris is inside with
good.
all his army, and that castle is never, ever in life gonna go up.
Yeah, Jack just needed a bit more time. He doesn't have all upgrades he needs. He doesn't have paladin yet. He has no attack upgrades on his knights, and he may think he's forced to fight here. Or is he going to maybe pick off these rams that are caught out? Now he's going to break off a bit. He's got Remy and Toe coming in behind eventually. In the meantime, Fiage is actually up to Elite Magadai himself. I'm sure he's got tons of sling to help him out there. So now it looks like Jimjack is going to be in trouble here by himself.
And Dogon's searching for a nice spot, and there he goes. He's going to try to take the castle from the Mayans player, and I don't see any army there that could actually stop
Jimjack,
him.
why is he running into everything? Now if Fizen turns around. Oof. It is paladins over here for Jack, finally.
I kind of fear for Remy at this point. I don't see anything in there that could stop those paladins and those rams.
Smart play by Jimjack to just get into those chokes in the castle fire, pick off what he can, but it's a strong push here by Dog Out. Oh yeah, and here actually comes Jack again. He's not quite ready to fight. You can see the upgrades. He must have only one blacksmith because he should be getting these upgrades faster. He really needs them before he fights.
He's gonna go down for sure, but then again, it looks like this army could be very useful for Jimjack there on the south side.
Yeah, let's see. They're trying to meet up, but he's kind of getting caught out and gonna get some free hits from Dog Out. But actually, Dog Out is gonna back away. Maybe not quite aware that he doesn't quite have the upgrades and actually wants to take this fight. No, he's just gonna back
to move in. Jimjack needs to move in. He's not fighting the
yeah,
from
Jim
the
needs to help his buddy out here, and now it's actually Dog Out is gonna back away first to that castle of Fiage. Meanwhile, is Remy gonna? No, Remy's not gonna lose another castle. He should be able to tail at those rams.
I wonder what's the army from Chris at this point. I don't see blunt archers. He had a huge army of blunt
a couple
archers.
of halibs he's moving into and just trying to push on Jack, which is annoying for Jack because his army is almost entirely over by Jimjack here on the left side of the map.
He's obviously counting on Remy to help him there since he's the main player. I see a few trebuchets in there. I don't see any blunt archers though.
Oh, is Dog Out actually going to come forward here? I think he's going to turn around. Yeah, he doesn't want to fight this just yet. He needs Phage to get a bit more of those Magadai masked up. He's got a ton of castles actually. And actually, if you look, Elkland's actually already got a reasonable trade going. I don't see the same for the Polish team just yet.
Yeah, and another thing going good for them, Miguel, it's the Vikings player, he's on 170 population, while Kimo, field players, only on 90 population. I mean, I'm checking now the achievements. Obviously, Miguel was probably slinging Fiage a lot. He has slugged 13k resources, and he has been slinging a Castle H sling, always stronger than a Feudal H sling, which was what was happening by Teal. And look at his population, huge difference at this point.
Kind of a half-hearted effort to take down this castle here from Jimjack. He's just got 2 rams that are just going to die, as he's perhaps more worried about this stuff in the corner that he's finally managed to clear out and can get his markets up and focus. And he's actually got some trebs over there as well that he needs to kind of bring to the main part of this fight where they're sitting here on this hill at the moment with his paladins from Jack and his own Mangadai.
They're missing the trebuchets there, right? They cannot push, because pushing with rams into Mangadais is so hard, right?
Yeah.
You definitely need the trebuchets there.
As Chris is, his push is kind of stalled out a little bit here, over on the opposite side. As Jack his reinforcements are obviously defending himself while he keeps the original Paladin army he has over here. He still doesn't have the +4 attack. It's incredible.
Chris Paladins, indeed. Looks like Chris could eventually be in a bit of trouble here. He doesn't have much army left, and he definitely needs Dogon to come up there and help him, because he's, at this point, against a lot of runs from Remy. Look at those rams, and also a nice number of plumed archers too.
Yeah, Remy is almost wholly focused on the right side now. He's got very, very little in the middle and very little on the left, where Jimjack is here. But here comes Dogao and VH, and will they actually take this fight? It seems like VH is, but Dogao is backing away, and his Mangadai are taking the brunt of the attacks from the Paladins. But
Just
now
like
they're
a better position for the Poland team, right? The Mangadais were on that hill.
Yeah, they didn't want to. But unfortunately, it's going to cost VH a castle, but he does have more than enough in the back. He can afford to lose that at the moment. It's going to be tough for PO to push into this at the moment without more heavy siege, without the trebs and such. In the meantime, here's a reasonable number of plumes from Remy. Let's see where he's going. Is he going through the middle? There's actually a ton of dugout stone miners right there. But he needs to be a little careful with these trebs. Could get caught out.
Looks like
here are the trebs from Jimjack finally.
I see a few Mangadais from Jimjack there. Is he actually searching for the trade?
I worry a bit for Jimjack here because the numbers from Jack are considerably lower and he hasn't sent really that much more. There's very few paladins here and they're rushing in and gonna take out these trebs from Dogao, which they will do successfully. But they're gonna be thinned out pretty significantly after that. It's just gonna be Mangadai. And VH is gonna switch to Siege Onager here and maybe kind of shown his cards a bit early because they are now Onagers at least. So they could do damage, but good job backing out by Jimjack.
Yeah,
but they can push you. L-Clan can push you.
That was obviously a better fight for the L-Clan team right there.
Ocean needs to be careful. There's some Onagers here that could really hit these stacked up. I'm surprised he hasn't moved. What is he doing? He's going to lose all these Mangadai! Finally backing away, but he's lost about 30 Mangadai there. I can't believe that just happened. And he let that, his entire army. All his gold miners as well here. I'm not sure what he was focusing on that he let that happen. But, L-Clan is so strong here. They're going to take back the hill and that gold pile.
You gotta be kidding me.
Goodness.
Why did he just stay there? He was totally alone, and I don't know if it was the lag or if he just didn't react fast
that's
enough.
so painful for him. He's trying to rebuild. Let's take a look at his resources. He actually does have a reasonable stockpile, but he's down to 155 population here. Gonna lose these rams as well. He's just losing so much that he didn't need to. Slowly but surely, Jack trying to send some paladins over to help out again, but they have been pushed back for the moment. As Dogao can divert some resources to the middle of the map to help deal with what Remy's got going on here, and now he's going to get overrun and lose his trebs here. His push is also going to get denied. This is suddenly turning very, very badly for the Polish team.
On the bright side, it looks like Jimjack hasn't lost a single caster so far. He does have Onagers himself already, and he's getting there on the numbers. He's still far behind VH, it looks like, but he will get there.
He's got quite a bit of food stockpiled and a decent amount of gold, so he can do some better trade. Jimjack has actually 22 trades. The path is decent enough.
Yeah, looking at the north side, looks like Remy's getting pushed back now by elite Eagles from Chris and Plum Darkers as well, and even Paladins from Dogon. Dogon playing this game like an octopus, I would say. He's pretty much everywhere in the map.
Yeah, Dogao playing very well, it must be said. as they look like they may be able to start pushing onto the castles of Remy in the middle of the map. There's not really much going on the right side at this point anymore. I'm surprised they haven't really walled more.
Again, Jack going in with his paladins. He's going to be fighting downhill. And
coming in onto these
push.
traps.
I fear for that push, though.
I thought, you know, it's tough for Jimjack to try to take this hill when he knows there's honors in the back, but he's trying to get some hits on Vieges, and he just maybe misses a bullseye there, but Jack needs to back out. I think there's just too much stuff there he's taking advantage. No, Jimjack's going to move up and try to take the hill, is he? I don't see any heavy siege in the back to take down this castle. I mean, I just don't think they have the numbers to really have committed to this, as Jimjack's going to have to back away.
No, and the castle is down for TyRanT as well, and that gold is gone.
Yeah, they're going to lose control of this gold mine. I guess L-Clan's not really mining it yet either, but what's turning to a two-front war through the middle and on the left bottom side by Jimjack. And, well, looks like kind of...
Looks to me like Remy was a bit slow with his push onto Chris, and by actually being that slow, he allowed Chris to come back, and also allowed Dogon to go back to the north and help Chris defeat that push.
Oh, Jack has maybe messed up his reinforcement line here. He's running from the back and killing siege honors, but he's gonna need to be careful. Actually, you can pick up a couple here. I don't know if this is quite worth it though, but... Oh, 2 for 1! 2 for 1! Good job there by Jimjack on the siege honors. But they just don't have the numbers at the moment.
We need more and more trebuchets, and that's something that is still missing for TyRanT. He obviously doesn't want to do trebuchets because he knows he's behind on the Mangudai number, so he wants to use his castles for the Mangudai. But by doing so, he's getting further and further behind, as VH has now 3 trebuchets in there, 4 trebuchets even, and Dogon is also behind with a lot of paladins too.
Yeah, just not the paladin numbers here over by Jimjack at the moment for the Polish team. Although, he needs to be careful with these siege honors. He's going to have trouble defending them at the moment. And yeah, I think he should maybe... Oh, no, he's coming forward. He's going to lose one of them. He's going to try to take out the VH siege honor. Actually takes out 2 of them. Good job. But now the paladin's coming from Dog Out. Yeah, I mean, he just doesn't have the cover to deal with the paladins at the moment. Back in the middle, they've been fighting at this gate for ages. And you can see the way that the Huns players have to send paladins over to help deal with the rams. Obviously the plebes really can't do anything against rams. Chris actually looks like he's going to try to switch into some onager to help out.
Yeah. Indeed, do the onager upgrade, as you can see, and trying to kill those rams. That,
I think ideally you'd want one of the Mongol players to try to get siege onager there, but that just may not be population-wise popular here. Possible, excuse me, as, oh man, did VH just lose all his traps? That's what Mem said, and it does look like he did.
Yeah, just looking down to the down, I don't see more trebuchets. But I also don't see a lot of Mangudais from TyRanT, so he's still...
Yeah, he is a bit split up here, I mean, he's got the Mangudai in the middle helping Remy out as well. But well, PL Clan they've done okay for themselves here. I mean, considering it looked like you know, advert disaster when Jimjack lost all those Mangudai, but they've turned this around reasonably, keeping themselves in the game. What is Kaimu going to do here? I wonder. Is he just going full sling, full trade? He's at 183 pop. I just don't see where it is. I guess he's just slinging everyone. As, oh, Jack going to take this fight over here on the left side by Jimjack, trying to come in onto these trebs of Theage. A lot of Mangudai dying here for Jimjack, but there's enough paladins from Jack that they maybe are okay. Theage parking himself on top of it. He needs a siege onto that treb and all those Mangudai. Let's see, I don't know if he's going to get one, because now Theage certainly is going to back off before this siege onto can get up to it, I think. Yeah, he'll just get the trap.
Doesn't hit anything. I was just checking. The Vikings player, Teal player, has been slinging the whole game. He has slung 30k resources at this point.
Yeah, it's post-imp Viking on a full land map can be tough here.
Yeah, that's kind of what you expect them to do. But anyway, not looking too bad anymore, Comment. Look at that. It's Zimzia coming with more Elite Mango Dice. He has a few Siege Oranges on the back as well. And looks like in time, Jack could be outnumbering Dogan on the Paladins there.
Yeah, it's a good job by really everyone almost involved. They have to fight on so many different fronts with all their units. I mean, they can't fight by them. Only Remy's really fighting by, I guess, and Chris are really fighting just one front here. But VH has got the numbers on Magnet, though now he's gonna back away. Doesn't want to push it too hard here.
Let's look at the push there on the north. There's a lot of onagers there.
Remy needs to be careful. He almost got headshotted by the onagers. And, well, actually, now he will get headshotted, but that's a very small part of his force there. And I'm just surprised that there aren't siege honors in the middle against those masked up, bunched up plumes.
Oh my god,
but,
yeah, imagine
obviously
it's
difficult.
Anyway, Dogan with his small presence on the north is still making a huge difference.
Jack needs to be careful. He's standing on this hill and just dying to VH. But he's got a good number of siege honors in the back of him here, and they need to regroup and refocus.
He's bringing some Hussar. He's probably only used them to snipe the siege honors. He's probably going to be able to because the honors are on the outside of VH's army.
Here he comes. Yep. It's a smart choice by him, and his own siege honors are actually going to kill the ones that move forward. Although now he's going to go for this Treb. It looks like. Where's he going in? I don't know where he's going. Actually,
looks like a wasted Hussars there. I have no idea what he was trying to do with them.
Well, I mean, I guess he does have a lot of food, to be fair. Not the end of the world for him to lose them, but trying to move forward here. Again, all those siege honors for Zimzia are just kind of in the back. It's not being used at the moment. He's being a little careless again with these Mangadai, as VH potentially can get some good hits in on him as we hitch again and again.
Looks like we have a small pause. Take a look at that fight. It looks like VH has so many more Mango Dice, but on the other hand, it looks to me like Jack has a little bit more Paladins than Dogan. So maybe it made it kind of even out for some reason. Remy still hasn't lost too many castles there, right? Even though we actually thought they were being pushed back in there. And I think he only lost one castle altogether. So nice job by him.
Yeah, and to me, I think it's VH is fighting in one spot. Zimzia's trying to help in two different areas. So I think that's why he's usually lower on numbers. A little surprised maybe that we haven't seen any people trying to sneak through with cutting somewhere and getting Mangadai on the trade when you know that it's obviously most of the gold income is trade at this point. There's very little gold left on the map.
Indeed, and we have a lot of siege onagers there coming in from Zimzia. If they stay clutched together like that and actually fire a nice shot of those Mango Dice from VH, that could be very, very good for him. Looks like we have a pause again. No, running back.
Here we go, I think. Yeah, let's see what Zimzia can pull off with these onagers.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a hero shot on those onagers, man.
If he can just catch them at the right time. Oh man, it could be.
If he
epic.
actually keeps them together and makes sure they don't die just behind his Mango Dice, he could really get a nice shot on those Mango Dice from VH.
Yeah, I mean, that many siege honors bunched together screams either epic win or epic fail. There's like no in between, you know. He's either going to lose them all horribly or kill something incredibly.
Yeah. On the bad side, he could lose all of them with one onager shot from VH, right? Especially if it's coming from that uphill.
Oh man, you're still kind of paused here, right? Nelson?
Yeah, I am still here. Looks like the game's still paused for
right?
me, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure.
No, it's not on your end, my friend. Let's talk a little bit of the upper side. Looks like, again, Remy hasn't lost all of his army. He actually has a lot more army than Chris. And yeah, it looks like he was able to push that back. Obviously, Jack had to help a little bit there with his paladins. And Chris doesn't have a lot of army left.
Yeah, Chris not getting nearly as much help from his teammates as the Polish team is. But you can see Fiage actually is now, he's got a couple of Magadai that are in the vicinity, presumably will eventually help out, but it's been mostly just Chris here, and you know, and Dog Out, obviously. But I think they need all three players in both spots to get the right unit combinations for this to work, and it's been tough for Chris, who's tried to use these Eagles to counter some of these Rams and such, when he can't rely on his teammates to always do, you know, to help him out here. So Rami getting aggressive here going forward. And those Paladins gonna get right in on those Onagers. This is trouble here for Chris. Let's see. Oh, and I missed like 4 of those Siege Onagers dying from
the other side
from
too.
Shipjack, but he's gonna kill these Trebs. What is? Oh, he's getting so aggressive with those Trebs, Fiage. Oh man. But most of them are down. Here's a Siege Onager war over on the left part of this fight. It's well, mostly dead for Shipjack at this point. That hill is such an advantage for Fiage.
Yeah, but then again, look at the numbers. I see more Magnetize at this point for Zimziak. So
I do. Yes, and that's, you know, that's Fiage now starting to send to the middle as well.
Yeah, to the north, indeed. That's gonna hurt them. I was taking a look at the raid roads, and looked like the trade for the L-Clan team was getting blocked a little bit at the top side of the map, but I think they just cleared it out by deleting one town centering there, and probably it's gonna get better now, but still, looking at the beginning of Dogon's base,
there's some parts where they could use some Siege Onager cutting here. This obviously would never happen to them if Membrilla was on their team. But I suppose that's a story for another time. And there's actually, Remy's actually blocking this more, like the spare lumber camps and a few houses. He could clear it up, but it's not terrible.
The trade route seems a lot better to me for the Polish team at this point. Looks like much cleaner, and I don't see many blocking, a lot of blocking.
And Fiage is potentially going to get some good hits on these Magadai. No, he's attacking Paladins, unfortunately.
No,
in the middle
I see
of
some
the
shots
leg,
in the air. I see some shots in the air.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I wish this leg wasn't so laggy. But, yeah, Fiage just in such a great position. The Siege Onager on the hill. I mean, Shipjack is gonna have to back away here, but
he's gonna have a trouble with his Paladins. Probably not even gonna hit anything. But Zimziak firing from the back. Maybe it's gonna get
that's
one of
so
the
smart,
Onagers.
sending those Hussar in from the back, even if it's only 2. I mean, I think he should continue to try to do that as population allows. Suicide a few Hussar, kill a few Siege Onagers just before they can get shot. Oh, he just took out like 4 or 5. It looked like Magadai from Fiage.
And now looks like Fiage is a little bit alone in there, right? He's fighting versus 2.
Dog Out hurting for population. Actually, both Huns players are hurting for population, which isn't terribly surprising. They're expensive unit to make, and unit that's right in the forefront of everything. More likely to die, more difficult to keep alive. Fiage is going to take some hits on top of this hill. He's going to have to... Oh, is he going to lose this hill? Yeah, he's going to abandon it. I don't know if the Polish team can yet run up and control that. They would, of course, have to also tread down that castle. But maybe they're just... well, Remy's push isn't really going anywhere either. Looks like he's going to have to back away. Remy, I mean, I haven't really been watching him completely here, but it looks like he's done a really nice job of keeping his grouped up plumes away from the Onager shots of Chris. I mean, he's doing this without Onagers himself.
That kind of explains it, why the presence of Dogon is so short on the south side, because he's actually trying to help there on the north side, and it looks like he's doing a nice job. By putting his Paladins in there, looks like he's helping Chris gain a little bit more ground, and Chris still somehow looks like he doesn't have enough army to me. Looks like, I mean, if you're going for plumbed archers, you definitely want something like 80 or maybe even 90 plumbed archers, right? And at this point, he's still very far away from it.
Yeah, Chris... It looks like his army size is about 50. Which, I mean, I think you're right. He just has too many villagers, right? He's got 12,000 wood right now.
Let me take a look. Yeah, he has 140 villagers at this point. I think that's too much.
Too many for Mayans, right?
Yeah. On the other hand, you could claim that Miguel and Kimo have too many villagers. Both of them on 200 villagers at this point.
Ah, man, 200 villagers, not enough for Vikings.
And
Need-
then
need
again, look at the
300.
trade route at the south for the L Clan team, blocking a lot in there. It just doesn't flow at all. They should consider maybe trying to chop those straggler trees in there because they are blocking a lot over there.
Yeah, really all they need is for FH to send one onager up there and cut the trees that Miguel was slowly cutting away.
Look at the south again. Looks like VH is a little bit in trouble. A lot of siege onagers. I mean, how many are those? Like 10 or maybe 12 siege onagers from Team Ziak. Still missing a bit of Rams or Trebuchets though.
It's tough. Oh, this could be. What is he doing? Coming forward with all these siege onagers, VH. He
Alone,
could have
yeah.
lost so many of them, but somehow I think he's going to get away with only losing 2 and taking out the ones of Zimjak, but only momentarily because now they're dead. Here comes more. Oh my god, that last hit, the dying hit, 4 of them go down for Zimjak. And the hill is back in control for L Clan as they push forward here. Oh,
Team Ziak hurting for numbers. VH seems to have a lot more Mangadites again.
Yeah,
now.
he does. It's back and forth again and again. As actually
that hill
Chris.
is a
Oh, Chris!
cemetery.
Look at Chris! Chris could lose all those blooms. Look at this! Oh my God! He finally sees him, gets out, but he lost about 2/3 of his blooms to
Siege
Siege
Onager hit,
Onster. I'm
I see it
surprised it
now.
took that long to get Siege Onster into that front of war, but finally it's there, and the blood is real. But L Clan is all up in their business up down in the south here. I think
And he's
PO
getting in.
needs to back
He's
out.
getting in the south. He's gonna go straight for the trade, and that's exactly what we were saying. They should try to cut
Ooh,
somewhere,
where
and that's
is
where
he?
VH is right now.
Oh yes, I'm surprised it took this long. There is a castle up there, but he's gonna
not enough Mangadites,
start
not enough
sending.
Mangadites.
If you can find the right spot, he could do so much damage. It could be so deadly. We'll keep an eye on that. I'm surprised that just like hasn't been happening already. But here it is. It's 3 Mangadite. There's a castle up though, and let's see how quickly the reaction is from the Polish team when they see that.
Yeah, no, the reaction is there. Already a castle going up for Team Ziak on that trade, and yeah, it looks like VH just missed those villagers making the castle. Looks like he didn't see them.
He's
so he
actually
didn't
got
go
a
to them.
Mangadite. Yeah, he's coming, but there's too many villagers. I think that castle looks like it's gonna get up.
Yeah, I think I'm way ahead of you because it was
Oh,
up
are
for
you?
me a long time ago. I'm gonna slow down a little bit.
Let me try to get back. What time are you at? I am at
1920.
Okay, I'm not even at 19 yet. Catch up here.
Okay.
They're pinging their trade, the L Clan. How congested it is. But treading down this castle, and actually Jimshot's gonna lose a castle here. How many does he have left?
One,
Jimjak
looks like
has-
3. No, 4. He has 5. He has even 5 castles actually.
okay.
At least 5.
But maybe not an ideal location. Some of them are kind of in the back there, a little bit further
Yeah,
away from his rally point. But well, a lot of expensive units sitting here for VH that are potentially, you know, in danger. We'll see.
Yeah, but it looks like there's something very good that could happen here for the Polish team. Look at the very north. There is a siege onager there from Zimziak. He's gonna cut those the forest, and
finally.
Remy just
And
waiting behind that siege onager to go inside of his
Chris is going to be able to see it. We'll see if he
Oh,
like,
but Chris
actually knows.
closing already. Look at this reaction. Chris already doing walls.
Oh, very nearly a huge hit on those Mega for VH, but he just moved away in time.
Yes.
Well, yeah. What time are you at?
I'm at 21 now.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're good.
We're good, nice. Anyway, on the south side, it's looking worse and worse for the Polish team. VH and Dogon pushing very hard now into Team Ziak, and yeah, not enough numbers, not enough Mangadite there to stop it.
Yeah, they need to focus a bit more on what's going on over there, although Chris is also trying to tread down this castle of Remy as we speak, so it looks like on almost all fronts it seems like L Clan is now starting to make progress, but here comes a giant number of paladins that are going to try to get onto these siege onagers from...
Not enough.
Oh, yeah, he's just by himself here. Jimjak's kind of spread out behind him, and he's going to have to back away. Not a well-timed attack, unfortunately. But VH is getting caught out with these siege onagers. They're kind of out of position here. Let's see if anything can happen here as they all fire at the front of that line of Mangadap, but they only kill a couple. But now Jimjack's good. What is he doing? He's getting caught in between.
Oh, he's losing so many. Oh my god,
giving up here, are they? He's gonna get another headshot right in between the castle and the siege workshop, and he's gonna finally moves away. But oh goodness, and you have to think this is gonna get close to the end of the line here for PL. They performed valiantly.
Oh my god, he lost
but
so many.
Revy's kind of stuck here. He's not able to get in onto the trade line. Castle's going down left and right.
Yeah, just the perfect reaction from Chris over there. He somehow spotted it, that they were trying to cut on the north. He closes it immediately, puts a castle in there, and GG push.
It seems like it very well is going to be GG here. Oh, look at Siege Hunters taking out Paladins now as well. Oh, there's the spoiler. Hopefully you didn't see that, but
many Siege Hunters there from PH.
I think it's pretty obviously the way this is going. And yeah, it is GG called by PL, and it will be Legion Clan taking a 1-0 lead in Game 1. Quite a game,
What
though.
a game, man. What a game.
It was really well played by PL, but in the end, just too strong in post-imp for them. Oh, man. Let's... like, he always hit the wrong button. But here, let's take a quick look at the achievements while they have already launched the second game here. I mean, obviously, full sling from both Viking players pretty much the entire time. Well, I guess Miguel did a little bit in Castle Age, like die to, Jimjack and Remy. But, wow. Numbers obviously favoring the Mongol players on both sides, as you may well expect. Oh, man. So much more trade for L Clan, and actually Miguel, look at that trade for Miguel. And I mean, a lot of that comes down to the difference between choosing to do the Castle Age sling and the Feudal Age. Well, I don't know. I don't feel like the Feudal Age sling really helped that much out. Like if he got that sling, 3-4 minutes later, is it that big of a deal? I don't know.
Yeah. Looks like it was just an awesome performance from Dogon right here, right? He was able to help so much in the south, where pretty much 2 players were dead, right? Miguel and VH were having a very hard time, and Dogon was able to help there. Was able to keep Chris alive when he was in danger of losing a lot of army too. So looks, I would say Dogon clearly did a very, very, very nice job here.
And it took a lot of sling to get VH back into that game. And they needed him, Needed that Mongol player. Anyway, why don't we,
But what a game that was, man. What a game that was.
So, let me quickly update the score. It is 1-0 in favor of... Actually, that pops up.